The airspeed indication shows current indicated airspeed, or IAS, at all times. 30 knots is the lowest value shown. Current Mach is shown here when Mach is 0.4 or higher. The green arrow is a speed trend vector. The tip shows what the airspeed will be in 10 seconds. This is calculated from the airplane's acceleration or deceleration rate. When the selected speed is off of the indication, the speed bug parks at the top or bottom with only half of the bug in view. During climb, the selected speed automatically changes from IAS to Mach at 0.84 Mach. During descent, selected Mach automatically changes to IAS at 310 knots. You can also use the IAS Mach reference switch to change between IAS and Mach if current Mach is 0.40 or more. Push the switch. The speed bug is set to the airspeed that is equivalent to the selected Mach number. Reference V-speeds for takeoff, maneuvering, and landing are also shown on the airspeed tape. The reference speeds come from the flight management computers. During pre-flight, the no V-speed flag is shown until the takeoff reference speeds are entered in the FMC. After performance data is entered in the FMC, the takeoff reference page 1 shows the takeoff reference speeds V1, VR, and V2. The takeoff reference speeds replace the no V speed flag on the airspeed indication. Because all of the takeoff speeds are off of the indication, a V1 symbol with the related speed is parked at the top. During pre-flight, you set the V2 speed on the MCP. Do that now. The selected speed must be set to V2 for correct autoflight operation and for crew awareness. During takeoff, the V-speeds move with the airspeed tape and come into view as airspeed increases. V1 and VR are removed after liftoff. V2 is shown until you start to retract the flaps. Maneuvering speeds are shown for the current flap setting and the next retracted flap setting. The maneuvering speeds are calculated by the FMC. They give you a safe maneuver margin to stick shaker at the airplane's current weight. After takeoff, as you accelerate through the current flap setting maneuvering speed, you set the flaps to the next retracted position. Before descent, you enter a landing flap position and speed into the flap speed line of the approach reference page. The flap setting and landing ref speed show on the PFD. Because the speed is off of the indication, a parked ref is shown above related values. As you slow for the approach, the maneuvering speed for the current flap setting comes into view. When you select the next flap position, its maneuvering speed is also shown. And you set the selected speed to the maneuvering speed for the new flap setting. As the airplane continues to slow, the ref symbol moves with the airspeed tape. The flap setting and speed stay at the bottom of the tape. When landing flaps are set, you set the selected speed bug to ref plus 5 knots for final approach. Red squares start at a limit speed and show a range where operation is not approved. Amber bands show you the speeds where the full maneuver margin is not available. Minimum speed shows where the stall warning stick shaker will start to operate. Minimum maneuvering speed shows the maneuver margin to stick shaker or low speed buffet. Maximum speed shows the limit speed for VMO/MMO, the landing gear, or the flap placard speed for the current flap setting. At high altitudes with high gross weight and the flaps up, the bottom of the amber band is the maximum maneuvering speed. This shows the maneuver margin to high-speed buffet. It is possible that the flight controls will not have sufficient directional control if a large thrust asymmetry occurs at low airspeed. This can occur at airspeeds which are higher than stick shaker speed. For example, there is an engine failure after takeoff with derated thrust and low gross weight, and if you suddenly increase thrust on the remaining engine. To warn the crew of the minimum airspeed necessary for directional control, a thrust asymmetry minimum speed is shown when thrust asymmetry is detected and the airspeed is low enough for the indication to show on the speed tape. Usually, the thrust asymmetry minimum speed is less than stick shaker speed. In this example, the thrust asymmetry minimum speed is between stick shaker speed and minimum maneuvering speed.
Airspeed.
If your airspeed decreases to the thrust asymmetry minimum speed, the master warning light comes on and a voice alert airspeed occurs. The warning stops when your airspeed is more than the thrust asymmetry minimum speed. The magenta VNAV speed band shows you the range of speed that the airplane can use to stay on the path during descent. The speed band is talked about in the FMC VNAV descent lesson.